Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today I'm going to be bringing you some Karma Viktor. And the reason why Karma Viktor is kind of back in the picture is because of a new card that was released called Back Alley Bar. So I know our friend Jay Sensational has showcased this deck before, and we're just going to take in the list. We're not taking his list specifically, we're using WhatAmi's list. But I feel like I had so much fun with this deck, so I had to showcase it as well. So again, credit for Jay Sensational, who was the first one that I saw kind of playing this, and then I stole WhatAmi's list because he had the one that had the highest win rate. So I would say the idea is that the back alley bar kind of synergizes with Viktor to be able to level him up, right? Because every card there is created, and it reduces the cost of all your cards in your hand that you have not played yet this game. Which means that your deny could become a 3-mana deny, your will becomes a 3-mana will, and the rest of your cards, etc., that you haven't played yet, get discounted. Remember, this is only new cards, and by new cards, it means cards you have not played yet, right? So once you play a card, it's not going to get a discount. They also stack, by the way, so if you have 2 back alley bars, then a card that you haven't played yet gets discounted by 2. Any created card also gets discounted by 1 once you have a Viktor on the field, so you can kind of see how crazy it can get once you have, like, late into the game. This deck is really a late game deck, right? You're waiting on your Viktor to get online with multiple keywords. You're waiting for turn 10 for Karma to duplicate a lot of your cards, and you're waiting for the back alley bar on turn 6 at the earliest to get you a lot of value. In order to get there, we play a lot of kind of defensive tools to kind of protect us. Obviously, Thermal to help us beat the opponent. Falling Feline is there as an early blocker and also gives us the Headset Crystal, which we can predict into using Time Trick and then be able to potentially duplicate it with Karma. So you can kind of see the synergy there with the Crystal, but more than anything, it just lets us clear the opponent whole board if we get lucky. 2 Tailstones for healing or Homecoming, 1 Piltover Tailstone for access to the Aftershock, because again, we're more worried about surviving more than anything else. 2 Disciples for some draw and some nice elusive damage, triple mystic, beat the opponent's units, the disciple to be able to survive both Karma and our Viktor, 2 aftershock to remove their units, 1 shadow assassin just for some draw, 2 tasty folk just for life steal as well to let us survive, triple palm to defend ourselves, double deny to defend ourselves, same thing with will, and 1 deep meditation to get more spells. You can see that there's a lot of like 1-ups and 2-ups in this deck, and that's because it ends up working out better for the back alley bar if you have a lot of 1-ups or 2-ups, since, you know, it's less cards that you have to use, so they get more reduced that way. It's really cool, by the way, with the Tailstones and the bar, because both the Tailstones and whatever is created from it get discounted by 1 if you haven't used it yet, so you end up kind of getting a lot of value from being able to play any of the Tailstones while having the back alley bar on the field. Really fun deck. It creates some really fun game states where it's just completely random nonsense going on, as you'll see in some of the games today. But it is very vulnerable, like every other Ionian deck, to a lot of aggression. So just be mindful of that, how easy it is to die to just an opponent that can go really wide, like GP Sejuani or Pirate Aggro. But enough about that. Hope you enjoyed the games today. And as always, if you like our content, please make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Jax Tristana. So I have played this deck myself, and now we're going to be playing against it. I actually don't hate having the double Viktor, because I think the removal is actually going to be important in this matchup. I also don't dislike the Faithfolk. Okay, this is a great blocker. So we can go here. We can go Disciple. So we can go Disciple, then Tasty Folk, then Viktor. And have 1 mana to be able to do the Viktor Death Ray. Because the reason why I don't mind having the Viktor, by the way, is because if the opponent picks anything here that leaves him with 1 HP, he loses to the Viktor Death Ray, right? So the Death Ray is actually going to be pretty decent in this matchup. If we played Faithfolk, I guess we take the 3 here, but then we can just always heal up later. The opponent plays another Weapon Master, still allows me to play the Faithfolk. The only punish is going to be Scout. Or Quick Attack. Quick Attack is also annoying. Quick attack is also annoying. Let's just take the block now. Let's take the block now. Might as well. This also means that we don't have any great target for okay, well, this is gonna die to Mystic, right? So let's start enabling our Viktor here. Opponent gets this Tristana. Is Tristana more dangerous than Jax? I think she is. I think she actually is. I want him to block. I want him to block. If he tries to go for the Jax counter-strike, he gets beat by the death ray. Catch. If he goes like this, you're still getting beat by... Maybe you don't want to play the death ray anymore. But then if we don't do it now, opponent can reel back in. Now let's death ray. Let's death ray. That gives me access to a potential second death ray to be able to kill the Jax. If we can get rid of their units, I think we're chilling. It sucks losing the Viktor, but I don't think we need to win through Viktor in this game. So I don't think we need to win through Viktor. I think we just kill the Tristana now. We can always Mystic Shot this Jax, or if we top deck the other thing, we can also do it that way. Hook Master. Cool.
Think you can fish up something to eat after this battle?
Catch and release only. Do you kill everyone you beat?
I wonder if the opponent decides to do the combat reel here.
Where's the competition?
Do I put him? Let's say that he's not gonna have... Let's say that the opponent's not gonna have access to... Counter-Strike. Okay. They get the Counter-Strike. That doesn't level up the Jax yet, so I think I'm still okay. We can play the back alley bar next turn. So we go here. Ah, that's actually kind of funny. And what I'm gonna do is gonna do Death Ray on the Hookmaster. That's gonna give me access to the Death Ray MK3.
Hey, show me one of them yordle portals. I've got an idea.
You can't fish through a yordle portal.
So opponent's gonna transfer the Scout over there instead. I think we still go for it. I'm letting him put the Scout on the Shepherd, which is gonna obviously be more damage down the line, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Opponent's down to 2 cards. We have a blocker, and we're gonna have another form of removal. That we almost guarantee to draw. Don't think we attack with the Barkeep just yet. We also have stun, and then we're only 3 turns away from Karma. Yeah, that's the Death Ray. Lore. You need to have a way to protect this Jax, right? Tristana is a problem. I guess Tristana is not really a problem unless the opponent... I guess we go here. Let's just go here. Opponent's gonna put the Scout on the Tristana. Aha! There we go. Let's see what happens here then. If they put the Scout... Oh, it's not enough! It's just a little bit off. It's just a little bit off. Imagine if this was... imagine if we had a unit that was big enough. Oh, that would feel so good. That would actually feel so good. We're in trouble now. We're actually in trouble now. I guess we're gonna get a lot of draw. We're gonna get a lot of draw, right? Opponent's gonna kill both my units. I'm gonna level up the Jax. If opponent does it the other way, they get to actually push damage. We're gonna get a lot of draw here. I just don't know if it's gonna be enough to actually get us there. Because we're gonna have to find a will or another stun to be able to deal with this Jax. This is not great. This is not great. We still don't have Karma. We can go here. And then we can go here. there's no... They all have quick attack. So there's no way for me to be able to kill them. I think we skip. I think we're looking for Will. Thermal? Thermal's pretty good. Thermal's pretty good. I think I'm too scared of the Jax. I think Thermal's the best. If they get another counter strike, that's when it gets scary. The problem is that he can transfer the over one to Tristana, right? So he can transfer the over one to Tristana. So we're still gonna need to have a stun. We're still gonna have to have a stun or a recall. So it needs to be a stun or a recall. Oh, they transferred the over one to the wrong unit. Why not Tristana? Why not Tristana? You know I have blockers for days for this girl.
You challenge the wind?
Like, you know I have blockers for days with her.
Looks like I'm ready.
Bye-bye.
I guess they could transfer the equipment to different areas. This is still fine, no? This is still fine because now we have Karma next turn? No! Oh, stress? No, that's still fine. We still survive. Except for less health. That's game. That's game. We got Karma. And look what we have here. Look at what we have here, right? So we have a leveled up Karma now. And we have the Boomerang Blade, and you're actually gonna see a game where the Boomerang Blade actually carries. Oh no, that's game. That clears the whole board, by the way. That clears the whole board because it happens twice. Oh no. Wow. Wow. Yep. Yep. Yeah, Karma just won the game for us. Karma just won the game for us. And we're gonna get a bunch of more cards here. No matter what they have, we win. Randomly generated Boomerang Blade for the win. GG's. In this match, we're going up against Pantheon Akshan. Should be problematic, I think. I think this is gonna be a problematic matchup. I don't hate the wheel, and honestly the back alley bar seems greedy, but also seems kind of nice. But maybe too expensive at the moment. We do play 3 of it, right? So there's a good chance that we just draw another one soon. This hand looks a little bit more consistent to kind of get us there in the early game. We get a little bit of draw with the Disciple as well. To kind of get some value. We obviously can just play Viktor in turn 4. We can do the same thing again with the Disciple. Let's go ahead and do the Mystic Shot right now before the opponent can play the weapon on the action. That way the opponent's not able to trigger the Faded. So I could have waited for the opponent to play the Bloodletters, but I really don't want the opponent to be able to trigger the Faded. So I think it was correct to just take it out of the way right away. I think it was correct to just take away their option right away. The longer that we delay Pantheon, the better chance we have of Karma coming down leveled up. So now they're gonna go for the Bloodletters, right? Otherwise, yeah, there you go. So they always had the Bloodletters, so that's fine. Start. Ooh. We don't play Viktor right away. Opponent has access to the 3-mana spell that strikes, so they'll be able to kill the Viktor if we actually go for the Viktor play. We want to have enough mana for deny next turn. Unfortunately, opponent will now be able to. Opponent now will be able to easily trigger the Pantheon because they can just cycle. Oh wait, they just messed up. You have the 2 equipment to be able to literally cycle your weapons. I don't agree with what the opponent just did there. We're able to beat the strike, the Desert Duel. We're able to beat the Desert Duel because we have deny. We can also just twin instead. Probably better to deny though. I don't think there's a lot of other things that I like to deny in this matchup. Yeah, it's the Desert Dude that we talked about. I guess the twin allows me to be able to play the Shaman win. The twin loses to a Shapestone, so he has to probably be denied then, right? It has to be denied so that we don't lose to the Shapestone. Or even the Ruthless Predator, either one. Unfortunately, that still counts towards a trigger. Overwhelm is a good keyword to have. That still counts towards the trigger for the Pantheon. We have access to the stun and twin to protect our Viktor. Twin is just gonna cycle their weapons. Lucky for us, they don't have access, right, to a second action, right? So as long as they don't have a second action, I think we're okay. Problem is that we don't have any good blockers here. Don't really have any great blockers. Oh, and as I say that, they get the second action right now, which is gonna be leveled up. My downside is how easily the opponent can just trigger that equipment, right? So if they do the Bloodletters, goes to 4, and a Shapestone takes them to 6, that's never enough to beat us. So I guess we just go here. Maybe we just go here. Opponent cannot attack with the action, because they lose to the twin. Unbelievable. That's unbelievable, right? Oh, they do have 2 mana, right? So they could have double Shapestone. Because I forgot about the combat reel, so maybe we're the ones that just got outplayed here. Maybe we're the ones that just got outplayed. I doubt it, by the way, but you never know. It's possible. We also did just use our Concussive Palm, which could have been a lot better into Pantheon. So we have to be a little bit mindful of that. Oh, okay, so they only have 1 Shapestone. They only have 1 Shapestone, obviously. Decided to keep the unit alive, which makes the most sense. If they had 2, that actually would have been a really interesting punish. And they're gonna get the Warlord's Horde, right? So they're gonna get the Warlord's Horde, trigger really quickly just because of how much value cycling the Bloodletters gives them. They just showed us that they had a second Bloodletters when they didn't need to. We just need to survive 3 times. We need to survive 2 more attacks. Actually, not even. We just need to survive 1 more attack. We get Challenger too? Huh. It's kind of annoying though, because it's going to give him an access to another Dark Control, which I don't particularly want them to have access to. Don't particularly want it to have access to another Dark Control.
Greed will turn any man into a monster.
Let's go here.
Looks like I'm ready.
Bye-bye.
We beat another strike.
Wu-Ting style.
We can now pull here instead. We can now pull here instead. Triggering our Fury. Batty Touch? Not enough. My concern is this Warlord's Horde. Opponent will be able to drag something to be able to kill the Viktor. Oh, they just go for the Spell Shield on the Pantheon, which makes the most sense. The problem is that the Spell Shield doesn't stop the Karma from being able to bounce him back. They get Challenger. They get Challenger Quick Attack. Elusive Challenger Quick Attack Lifesteal. So the best thing that we can do is going to be recalling this. I hate recalling now, right? I guess we can do both, right? We can go like this. We have to remove the spell shield, right? We have to remove the spell shield. So the problem with recalling this, we have challenger. We have to save this Victor. We have to save this Victor. We have challenger and quick attack on it.
Draw them blind.
We beat everything except for. So, what if he's actually stand united to play around the Rana negation? What if he's actually stand united so that we play around the Rana negation? The problem is that we're losing to a strike. So our thought here is either we play around Rana negation or we play around another strike. They could also have quicksand, and that would also be a big punish. So I think we actually bounce it back. I think it's actually gonna be homecoming. And if the opponent has Rana negation, then they have it. I think it has to be the homecoming. Absolver? Fuck. We gave the opponent the out from Absolver. It's sat lethal for Absolver, by the way. It's sat lethal from Absolver. Yeah, there's nothing that we can do unless we had another Mystic. They lost to a Mystic really badly here. Unless they have another Shapestone, but they really know Souls use a lot of Mystics. So, if we go for the other play, does that even get us there either? I don't think it does. Because we lose the lifesteal anyways, right? We lose the lifesteal anyways. So I guess the play had to be Shaman win. The play had to be the Shaman win. And then also do this, right? You have to be the Shaman win as a blocker. I did not play around Absolver, and that's my fault. I didn't. Oh man, I thought about the strike. I thought about the deny. Why did I forget about Absolver? GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Viktor Lee Sin. So Ionia PNC versus Ionia PNC. However, if we get really late into the game, we should have a better chance than them, right? Because of karma. Don't hate the thermal, to be honest. I kind of like this hand. So I like the thermal to try to kill their Victor, and I like the twin to try to save our Victor, right? Okay, we have deny now too, so that also helps us save it. The problem is Lee Sin. Lee Sin becomes really hard for us to deal with, especially once the Lee Sin levels up. We could also just thermal their ballistic bot here, if they have it. They don't have it. So no ballistic bot. They get scout. Come on. Wow. I probably should have killed that. But I hate doing the thermal here. I'm gonna wait until I get a mystic. If I don't get a mystic, then I guess I'm just taking 4 damage every time the opponent attacks. I guess until we play the Victor, right? So we only take another 4 damage next turn. Okay, I guess we don't take 4 damage anymore because we can play the Falling Feline. So we can play the Falling Feline here. Scout is really good because you can put the Scout on the Lee Sin or the Victor. So that's actually ends up being really good for them. Yeah, so they're playing kind of like a equipment-based list, right? So we can Aftershock. But I don't think that's correct. I guess we should. Yeah, we should Aftershock. We should Aftershock. Because we can always block the Scout. And we still have enough mana for Thermal on the Victor. Although the Victor goes up to... The Victor could have twin and then goes up to 7.
Come on, where's the competition?
And I'm willing to pass here.
Just like the face.
I think I'm willing to pass here. Ballistic bot. Ooh, we still lose to a thermal. Alright, not anymore. Opponent could have. So we don't lose to the thermal.
10 times running.
And there's no combination of cards, even if the opponent drags us here, that could kill us. So even if the opponent has the entrancing lore, they're only doing 2 to the Victor. So they let us enable our Victor here. That's pretty good for us.
Trouble, are ya?
Unfortunately, opponent's kind of playing. Opponent's playing a dangerous game here. I think I commit the second Victor. Oh, especially with tough. I think I commit if the opponent had touched a ballistic bar right here. I think I block and commit the second Victor to kill the ballistic. Ballistic is like the heart and soul of their deck because he enabled them to level up Victor so quickly and gives them the spell for the Lee Sin. Notice how the opponent has 0 spells with Lee Sin. It's because you need the ballistic bar to stay alive. So by then committing the ballistic bar like that, it means that they're not gonna have it. Obviously, the downside is that we just committed, you know, to breaking our draw in the next 3 cards. So it's a little bit disappointing. Oh, this fearsome is huge, means that the opponent cannot block there.
Your senses.
Has to be exactly momentous choice. Has to be exactly momentous choice. Doesn't have it. So just like that, we get a free Lee Sin as well. Wow. There's no way. If they have momentous choice, they would have just done it there. There's no way you give up your Lee Sin, right? So this has to be a free attack. That's 1 Lee Sin down. Great. That's 1 Lee down. Okay. Even if the opponent gets a second Lee, it's not gonna be. They're not gonna have any way to trigger. I'm surprised they gave me the Lee Sin like that. Very, very surprising. Impact. Let's be mana efficient. Let's be a little bit mana efficient. I also don't mind just pushing this damage next turn. Okay, now opponent's gonna have a fearsome blocker now, so that's why they did it that way. Let's go ahead and do this now. Since the opponent decided to opt to reduce the health of this unit. And now we still have a pretty decent open attack. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and... I'm gonna go ahead and commit this. I'm gonna say that the opponent doesn't have any more units. And if they do, it's a unit that they don't want to play. Especially with us having Challenger now.
Only I can endure the dragon's fury.
I think it's worth it to sacrifice this Victor if it means killing Lee Sin. I think this trade is absolutely worth it. Lee Sin is more dangerous to us. And now the Victor actually stays alive. Because they level up and goes to 3 HP. So now the Victor actually stays alive because he levels up and goes to 3 HP. And we get the second Lee Sin of the game. I don't see that the opponent comes back from this. And there we go. That Challenger was crucial. But even without the Challenger, right? Opponent's probably going to block anyways because of the Fearsome. And they don't want to take that much damage from Victor. So the Challenger just kind of made it easier formalities wise. So GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Elise Gwen. Not sure what I'm supposed to be going against here. But I would think it's kind of like a burn deck. So I think Karma might be a little bit too early. But I like the Mystic. I think I'm looking for early blockers. And I'm looking for ways to remove Gwen. We don't have the way to remove the Gwen though. But we do have a Victor. I'm gonna keep the mana for the Aftershock so that we can kill Elise on turn 2 when she comes down instead of playing the Falling Feline right now. So the opponent has exactly Elise here. Okay, that's not an Elise, but that's also another target for the Aftershock, so I still take it all the same. That saves me 3 damage. Let's pass. Come on. Second rookie. Second rookie. We can play Viktor. Wouldn't could have access to Gwen here though, which could be annoying.
I pull the strings.
Elise. Really? I don't know. I don't think I agree with that. Because now Viktor is able to kill Elise or the rookie. Now that he has three attack. Okay, so we just gonna Mystic Shot that Alka, that Onlooker, sorry. So we go here, and we're chilling. We have Deny now, so we can stop any random burn. We only took 4 damage there. I mean 5, sorry, because I forgot the thing does 2. We have Challenger, so we're able to kill the Elise anyways. And we're gonna have stun as well for Gwen later on. If we roll like Overwhelm is really good too, because Overwhelm is kind of putting them on a timer. Overwhelm is putting them on a timer. Mystic? If we deny this, I mean, we can just twin, right? And it's the same. That's an interesting. So it's Gatalyzer. It's a Gatalyzer deck, right? I don't think we denied that, by the way. I think the deny is better off for later. So that's why I kind of took it slow like that. We have the Tailstones to be able to kill, I guess, another unit that the opponent summons. Gatalyzer. That's interesting. That does kill my Viktor. Opponent's that scared of Viktor, huh? I think I let it go. I think I let this go. Oh, my game froze. Okay, so I think I let this go. And just play to potentially get another Viktor later. As soon as my game unfreezes for me, sorry. Because we can play this Disciple to get some more draw. And kind of go from there. Ah, my game is fully frozen. There we go. Let's let it resolve. Let's go for the Disciple. We still have a blocker here. We have Deny for something like a Static Shock, which I think is more impactful than whatever the opponent just did. Now we're gonna have Karma too. Alright. I do feel like I denied this one though. I do feel like I actually denied this one. That's their last Mystic, by the way. So I like denying that one, just so that we don't have to worry about anything else. Let's go Karma. Onto Dusk, that gives them draw. Why not play the Gatalyzer there? That would have done 2 more damage. They played it after the fact and they played it on a Spiderling. I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Come closer. I don't bite.
So, what now? We can block the Elise, we can block there. We take 2 damage. Gwen? Yeah, I didn't want to take damage from Gwen. That's why I wanted to wait for them to summon Gwen first. Before we committed the stun. Okay, so I get to kill everything. Cool. I guess he might try to go for the kill and the Karma then. So he's looking for the Karma kill then. Which makes the most sense. They are down to 1 card. They're down to a single card. I don't have a way to kill that Gwen. I don't have a way to kill that Gwen, which is a little bit annoying. Double? Let's go here. And I do think I do think I like this aftershock here. We can kill the Gwen next. We could kill the Gwen next with the aftershock. We could wait until Karma was leveled up. I want to see what they do first. Because we still have a lot of value here. We have enough blockers for their units anyways. We're going to summon 2 blockers here. And that's a high roll. The problem is that the opponent still didn't 4. Opponent still didn't 4 with the Gwen. So opponent still didn't 4 with the Gwen. But now that we have deny, I don't think anything that I do is gonna matter. It also destroys the equipment, by the way. Oh no, it doesn't. Wait, does it? Oh yeah, it does, because it obliterates it, right? So obliterating actually destroys the equipment. So we're okay now. Let's go Shaman Wen. Get double the draw. Fortunately, didn't get us anything. We should have done this first, by the way, because now we lost on us. We lost out on all the created card value. But I think we still win here, though, right? Because of the ball breaker. So we go here. Wow, opponent played it smart. Opponent played it smart and didn't do anything at the moment. That was pretty smart by them. That was actually pretty smart by them. Let's copy this. The problem is that this is gonna let them draw 1. And that's already dealing 2, I guess. We could have actually committed more, but we ended up kind of getting greedy, right? Last turn. This turn, sorry. Come on. So now we're down to 3. We're down to 3. Still don't have a lot of value here. If I do this, it's just making them draw 1, which is probably not good for us. I guess let's go here. I just don't want to overdraw. I don't want to overdraw. If we get the Ion and Tailstones, we kind of just win the game. We have deny. We have deny, so nothing that the opponent has is really going to matter to us. Because this doesn't really kill us, right? So this doesn't kill us. And I just want to do this to create hand space. So that we can do the time trick and get 2 cards out of it. Looking for the health pot. So I'm looking for the health pot. The Tasty Folk could also work. Because the opponent's going to have to find the lethal this turn. So the opponent's going to have to find the lethal this turn because everything's going to get lifesteal. And they don't have it. So I guess we win now, right? Because this is going to get lifesteal. And we have denied to finish up the game. Guess we don't need to attack with everything. I got a little bit closer than I expected, but we had so much value that I never felt like I was in actual any big threat. But we probably could have played it a little bit later, so GG's. In this matchup, we're going up against Targon's Peak. Not amazing for us, to be honest. The thermo is not bad. The thermo is not bad, and I don't hate the Will of Iona either to have them restart stuff. We probably needed to go for the denied though. I think the will was probably too greedy. The will was probably too greedy. The deny would have been a lot better. The deny would have been a lot better. Yeah, why did I keep the will? Why did I keep the will? I wasn't thinking. The rest of my hand is good, but the will was probably way too much. So GG's. Concussive Palm also not amazing. I guess we can bounce back at Ace Soul. If the opponent shits it out, we like feel the rush, but yeah, this is why we kept the thermal, by the way. Exactly for this. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that Zoe come down. Not gonna let that Zoe come down. We can do the Disciple. We can play Victor in turn 4. Start getting value that way.
You ever teach me?
Going to start ramping here though, which could be annoying. Yeah, that's the ramp. I wonder if it's actually ever correct to... No, because I wanted the Disciple to get through. So I don't think it is correct to wait to do the Aftershock here.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the rules.
The opponent knows that I have the Shaman win. So I don't think it ever makes sense, right?
What technique is this?
I guess that's the second Zoe. Yeah, I guess we just got a second Zoe just like that. What am I afraid of here? Targon's Peak could be a little bit annoying here. We can actually destroy the... No, because Aftershock... Yeah, we can actually destroy it because of Aftershock. If the opponent doesn't summon anything, I'm passing. So if the opponent doesn't do anything, I think I'm passing. Because the opponent probably wants to ramp with the Catalyst of Eons. So by us putting the damage on them, it just lets them ramp. Which I don't think is what we want to deal with. Do I go for the Karma value? We could technically get a deny from Karma, potentially. If opponent's passing, why are they passing so much? Why are they passing so much? If they're gonna play just a straight up Field the Rush, we can counter that with a deny. You're not assuming we get one. I don't like these passes. I think I'm gonna keep the mana for the Aftershock. I'm gonna keep the mana for the Aftershock so that I can beat the Targon Speak. This is so awkward. They passed. They actually passed. This is crazy to me. Fortunately, we still don't have to deny though, and we didn't predict into it, but that's still crazy to me. Really? Really? It's not a bad draw. That's actually not a bad draw at all. My concern here is She Who Wonders, but She Who Wonders costs 10. So by the time that he can play her, we should be good. Can we continue to pass here? Can we realistically continue to pass here? I don't think so. I think I like slowing them down. I think I like slowing them down here. This also triggers our Fury. I think I like slowing them down. Yeah, this is the Catalyst that they've been waiting for. This is the Targon Speak. Gets punished by the Aftershock. Boom. So we've been waiting for the Targon Speak for a while. So they lose some of the ramp, and they also lose the Targon Speak value. So they don't get to cheat out like something for free here. Which is great. They do still get a lot of value though. We can go here, then we can go back alley bar. Get another 3 and get a bunch of more spells. This is gonna cost 1 now. Jolfish. I think I'm down to discard this guy and go here. This is not enough for lethal yet, but the opponent has access to Field the Rush. But if they play Field the Rush, they just lose to the deny now. So I think we can go ahead and do this. Not only that, but we also have Challenger and Quick Attack on the Victor, so Victor can actually just kill the Azol if the opponent plays the Field the Rush. So there's nothing here that I'm scared of, because we end up getting Challenger plus Quick Attack, and we even get Lifesteal now, which... I think I actually let this one go through. As crazy as it sounds. No, that's not true. We just win the game. We just win the game with deny, right? What am I talking about? We literally just win the game with deny here. Yeah, there we go. Why am I even thinking about extending this game longer when I can just finish it up right there? GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against GP Sejuani. Let's see. Could be a very difficult matchup. They tend to go. They just have so much value early on. They just have so much early units, right? That is kind of hard. The good thing here, right? They never have the parley, right? They never have the parley. They never have the parley. That's okay. At least the parley's out of the way now, right? They never have Mirai Warden. They never have Mirai Warden on turn 2, right? Right? Never have Mirai Warden on turn 2.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
Ah,
Routine style.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Ah.
What technique is
I have to try to protect as much damage as I can. So I hate it, but I have to do it this way. They like, what can I? Oh, great! What can I do here?
You weren't using it.
What can I actually like? What am I supposed to do here? What am I actually supposed to do here?
What could you ever teach me?
Maybe they don't have second parley or make a rain. I have to still play around make a rain, so they have 2 mana for it. So I'm gonna have to attack with the Disciple and then play the Shadow Assassin. Good thing is that they're not triggering their champions, right? So they're not enabling their champions. So we have some Copium here. Unless they have the second parley right here. Or they decide to make it rain right now. So we can block this guy. Are we taking 5/7 now? Because we probably blocked the Womp as well, right? We probably have to block the Womp as well.
Oh, I've never met
Jeez.
anyone like you.
I can't beat all of this. Like, it's just too much damage. They have Riptide Sermon as well, I guarantee you. They absolutely have Riptide Sermon as well. So we just lose on the next attack, by the way, from the opponent. They haven't shown us whatever card they took from us. But they're just so wide. They're just so wide. Ideally, when we get to turn 10, we could, you know, quote-unquote, play the Karma. How that's actually going to work out, I don't think it's going to work out at all. Right? We have to just take this 1 damage. And then next turn, we're taking 3, 5, 7, 9. So it's never enough. It's never enough, because at most... Unless we literally get, like, Mystics and stuff. 3, 5, 7. We live at 1. We live at 1 and lose to a warning shot. Ay, ay, ay. We lose to a warning shot now, right? They stole my twin! Come on! Second Mystic? Ah! That hurts me. That hurts me. He had to be second Mystic then? They stole my twin. GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games. Had a lot of fun there. A lot of random nonsense. You saw that very first game. Karma actually won the game there, right? Got to turn 10. Got to play our Karma. And got to play... Oh, I even forgot the name of the spell already. That spell that strikes twice. just nuts, right? Really first time I ever seen that happen in this game in all my years of playing Runeterra, where that spell gets used. The other games kind of shows, right? We have some up downs and some downsides. We have some downsides. We lost against GP Sejuani and Pantheon because they just were able to aggro us down before we got to turn 10, which is where this deck struggles with. But then we ended up winning other games where we just kind of just got enough random nonsense, enough of a Viktor getting big enough to be able to survive and just win the game from there. So you have multiple win conditions: Viktor, Karma, random nonsense from back alley bar, or you can just get run down. That's kind of how the games are going to go. And a lot of times, as you saw in a lot of the matchups, people are just surrendering before you even get to turn 10. So it's not that common that you're going to see Karma level up, unfortunately. In terms of mulligan, I definitely like keeping Viktor, right? I think keeping Karma back alley bar is a little bit too greedy, right? Because you usually want to play this turn 5 or later. You want to be able to survive before you actually get there. But I do like keeping Viktor because having Viktor early on ends up being really crucial to kind of make him an actual win condition. Aside from that, you're keeping a lot of more early units. So as you're keeping the Falling Feline, you can keep the Disciple for additional draw. You can keep the Tasty Folk if you're going against like aggro. And then you can keep removal like Thermo and Mystic Shot depending on the matchup. Like you can keep Mystic Shot if you're going against Darkness, for example, or like a Nora deck where you need to remove Nora or Gatalyzer on turn 2. Otherwise, you can play around with it in different ways. But usually keeping Mystic Shot tends to be pretty good against most matchups. So again, just early units, Viktor, and then potentially Mystic Shot or Aftershock depending on who you're going against. Anyways, if you like this deck, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to us. We post LOL videos every single day. You can also see more gameplay of this deck in Jax Sensational's channel. And you can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund, where we stream 2 to 3 times a week. And also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.